If you chose group 1, then this is your reading. So let's jump right in. Let's see what's going on here. What's coming up for you in December? Well, this shows a lot of ambition and hard work on your part. You've probably been acknowledged and rewarded even for your efforts recently. You've taken the initiative to create something for yourself here. You're also very practical about it. Certainly practical with your income, your finances. This is a very responsible energy we've got here. It's also very realistic, very sober. I don't see wishful thinking going on or hoping that things will simply go the way that you want them to go. You know that you need to put a lot of energy into this to materialize it and to make this come true for yourself, to turn this into reality and to have it exactly the way you want it to be. It could be something that is already in existence, that you've already completed the groundwork on, but parts of this has already been done. But there's still quite a bit that you need to do though. You've been thinking everything over very carefully, evaluating all your options before making the big decisions, making sure you understand what's what and the various possible outcomes. You're very self-aware right now. You're looking back at mistakes that you've made in the past, re-evaluating everything so that you can see what you could have done better and learning from that. It's something very positive because I'm not picking up on you being critical of yourself. It's not that. I feel it's more a case of simply looking at what you could have done differently and how you can do it better this time. This isn't a negative energy at all that I'm getting from this. You might even be learning something new to help you achieve this. I feel you've very much decided what it is that you need to do next, the next steps you need to take, what improvements you need to make. But it's a good start, I see here. I'm picking up that you aren't only doing this for yourself, but also for the people closest to you. So this is more than just about you. There's more behind it. You know, something bigger driving you than just you and your ambitions. There's something else you are also doing this for. Maybe your immediate family, maybe wanting to do it also to help your community. But it's not entirely about you. There are certain things that are taking place here that you've experienced in the past as well. And I feel you're aware of this. You can feel that this has happened before. You've been through this before. It's something you recognize from the past. So when you get that feeling, definitely pay attention to it. Take a bit of time and ask yourself, when have I been through something very much like this? And what did I learn from that? Because look, we all go through these things in life. There are certain things in life that have a way of repeating themselves. Different people, different settings, but certain things tend to repeat themselves. And with this, you are being told to just go over that. Try and recall, if you don't already know, try and recall when you have experienced something similar. And think about what you learned from that and use it in your current situation to avoid going through the same negative things again. And instead to try and have the best possible outcome for yourself. So in other words, learn from the past. What happened before that you can use to your benefit now, knowing what you know now that you might not have known in the past when you handled the situation in a certain way. But this time you know. So be on the lookout for that, for the past coming into the present. Okay, so there's something big going on here. Something new. Whatever this is that you're working on, it's huge. Seeing these two together, this is not a minor thing. As I stated at the start, I've had a peek at these cards already before I placed them face down, and I didn't see this as a love reading. We'll see as I go along, but my initial take on this is I didn't see it as a love reading. I know there are a lot of people who come here to get insight into relationships, but that's not what I see in this reading. That's not what I see this being about, to be fair. This is to do with career studies. It's around those lines. So I'm just saying that for those of you that I know you're actually hoping to get a relationship reading, perhaps. I'm not seeing that with this. So getting back to the actual reading, you are starting something new. There's a lot of mental energy going on around here. I feel you are also surrounded by similar types of people as you work on this. These are very positive cards. These are good signs. There's a lot of mental clarity here. Emotions aren't clouding your judgments, and because of that, you're able to make good decisions. You also know what to let go of as you are developing this new thing. There's usually also good news associated with this. But more than anything, it signals a powerful new beginning. The ability to really focus, to concentrate on what it is that you are doing. This isn't only your hopes, because I can see you are already turning this into reality. You are also very much expecting that this will be financially very beneficial to you. That the success from this will bring fantastic investment opportunities your way. You already know that this is going to bring abundance in your life. Your dream is becoming a reality. Bit by bit, your dream is becoming a reality. Now, I don't know how far along you are on this journey. It appears to be something you only started recently, or it's only now that you are starting to see the results. You are starting to see things moving forward and happening with this. This is actually reaching your potential and recognizing new opportunities and going for it. But it's wonderful that at the same time, you're able to think clearly on this whole matter and to evaluate everything that has happened in the past. Everything I see here is pointing towards a positive influence as you establish this thing for yourself. If you are working with other people, then there is harmony there. I see everything with this going well. When things are going smoothly, people become more motivated to keep at it as well. And that is what I see here. Also, there's support on the home front. Whatever the home front, your personal life, whatever that is for you, that's what I see. I see support there. I see others celebrating with you and being excited for you. Okay, so you're being encouraged to pay attention to your inner wisdom. And this actually reinforces the Ace of Swords over there, as it encourages thinking with your head and not to let emotions cloud your decisions or your reactions to certain actions taken by others. You have to stay calm, remain objective. So if there is anything that happens, if somebody around you does something that you don't like, that you feel is counterproductive to what you are trying to achieve, before you get upset about it, first find out exactly what this person's intentions were. Maybe it's not something that was meant to undermine you. So get the facts before making assumptions. This is an indication again that big things are coming your way and you'll be reaching your goals. Things are falling into place for you beautifully at this stage. It's like the universe is working in your favor at this point, and you will finally be enjoying the rewards of your hard work. So once you get to this point, you'll be able to see everything start to pay off. You'll be able to exhale, to take a little break. Just relax a bit after all this effort. Give yourself a bit of a break. This here is success and accomplishment. Also, it shows an improvement in your finances as well. And when I say in these readings that your finances are going to improve, it doesn't mean that you are going to hit the jackpot or necessarily see a massive increase. What will be regarded as a small increase for one person will make a huge difference in someone else's life. You know what I'm saying? It's all relevant to you specifically. It's different for everyone. But money is going to come your way that will make your life easier. So it's not necessarily going to make your life luxurious, okay? But it's going to make your life easier. And once you've had this bit of a break, it's going to be back to work. I see you having a lot more faith in yourself and your abilities here. You will realize that you've already accomplished quite a bit, and that will really boost your confidence and get you motivated to keep going. And if you do still have any doubts, then this is the time to push them away. By that I don't mean foolishly. We've seen that you're evaluating everything and having all this mental clarity, which is wonderful. Believe in yourself, because at this stage, you already know what you are capable of. And you can't allow anxiety and fear to hold you back. You've come such a long way. So keep your faith in yourself. Finances will improve, as I said, but just because things are going better on that front, it's not advisable for you to start throwing money around just because you have extra money. So what I'm saying is work wisely with your finances, just as you had to do before. Be smart when it comes to any investments you make. Don't get involved in anything high risk. Sometimes people get in some extra money and then they forget how they were living just prior to that, and they get a bit careless with their finances. You still have to balance everything and make sure you know exactly where your money is going. This is yet another indication that there is something new with your work. This can be a new business or a new job, but there is very much something new. There have already been a number of strong indications of this happening. If you have applied for a job and you're waiting to hear if you got it or you are expecting a promotion, things are looking good for you. This is you back to work. You've had your break, but now you're getting back to work, learning new things. Whatever new training or skills you acquire now to further help you, you might not use all of that right now, but nothing is going to be wasted. So whatever new things you learn right now, at this point, somewhere down the road, it's going to come in handy. When you get to this point and you're learning something new and it's not something you can use right away, it's not like it was a waste doing this, learning a new skill, whatever it is that you were doing. It will, at some point, you're going to have a use for it. And then you're going to be really glad that you already have this information or this training or this skill or this knowledge, whatever it is. Believe in the plan that the universe has for you. Even if it's not always clear, trust in that. Don't fight against that. Just go with it. Go with how things are playing out for you, which in this case, they're going very well. So go for it. Don't get stressed out by little things. Things might not go exactly the way you want to, but don't stress the little things. Things are moving forward for you, and that's what's important. There's a lot of progress here. A lot is being accomplished. Okay, let's look at the message from your spirit guides. And everything about this reading is so positive. There's definitely reason for optimism. But it seems that before this, there was quite a bit of hardship here. Your spirit guides are telling you that you have grown from this. And you are growing from this. And they're here for you. They know what you've been through when you had doubts. But you have been doing this thing, and your guides have been with you throughout this. All those times when you weren't sure if you would be able to get through this, whatever this was. And I really feel there was something before this. Difficult things in your personal life. Even as you were working towards this success in your career, there has been something else that's been hard for you. Yet despite it, you kept pushing ahead. But there is pain here that you've been carrying with you. It's almost as though you dealt with this by throwing yourself into your work. And there's been tears here, heartache. Maybe even feeling alone. But you have grown from this. Perhaps you've been so busy with your career that you don't even realize how much you've grown throughout this. Your spirit guides are telling you that this is behind you, or it soon will be behind you. The universe is on your side. Things are going to get better for you. The sun will be shining on you again, and you'll be feeling more upbeat. It's like something has been or will be lifted from your shoulders. It might even be that you discover something at this point, some truth that comes to light that is going to play a role in you feeling better about whatever this is. What you've been hoping for, what you've been dreaming of is coming true. Both of these cards are telling you that those difficult times will soon be behind you. You're moving away from that. You will be feeling a lot more confident. Being around people will be easier for you. It's a thing of feeling fulfilled and content. But please know that your spirit guides have been there for you all along. They are there for you, and you can talk to them and draw strength from them. You've come a long way. It's interesting when you get a message from your spirit guides, because everything about this reading has been positive so far. This is saying, though, that there has been a lot more to this journey for you. Yet, despite that, you have accomplished so much. So you can be proud of yourself from what I'm seeing here. To be able to push ahead, to be going through something difficult emotionally or your personal life, or whatever this was, and to still be able to apply yourself and focus on what it is that you're doing, it's pretty incredible. So be proud of yourself. It's pat on the back time. What your guides also want you to know is that you can't help everyone. So I think there might be someone close to you that you would like to help. Maybe someone that went through this experience with you or something along those lines. What your guides are telling you is that you can't always help everyone. You can't force people to move forward or to make changes to their lives. Not everyone moves at the same pace. So if there is someone in your life who is still stuck in whatever this is, still stuck in the past and the pain of it, if that is the case, just know that all you can do is love this person or persons and be there for them when they are ready to receive help. And that's really all you can do. You can't control other people's lives or their feelings. You can't force that. All you can do is accept that there is only so much that you can do and focus on your journey. And as I said, be there for these people when they are ready to receive help. But you can't put on the brakes when it comes to your progress in life and your journey and moving forward. As the outcome, I see you having a lot of energy, being fired up to keep moving forward and have more success, taking some chances, taking some risks. But the risks you will be taking, you have to be careful, of course, that you don't take foolish risks, that you don't rush into anything. With this king here, I don't think that you will be rushing into anything. I feel you will be careful. You won't be irresponsible. You will have this energy wanting to take risks, but it will be tempered with wisdom. Choosing what is stable. Something dependable that you know will pay off. You will think it through very carefully before making your move. I keep seeing you reaching your goals. All this hard work, it won't be for nothing. No wonder we see you having so much energy, because that's what happens when you reach goals. You are energized and you feel that you can take on the world because you are seeing results, the results of your hard work. You can see it. So that really keeps you going. And what a fantastic card we have here as the reading draws to a close, because it shows you being victorious. Also, it shows other people will recognize what you've achieved. And I see you being admired by other people, gaining their respect. They will see you doing well, and it's kind of where you can see people admiring you for everything you've achieved. And it's going to feel really good, and it will do a lot for your belief in yourself. And this is when everything you've been through in the past, it really comes to that final point. This is when your success becomes stable. It's not merely something you are building anymore, but it's becoming secure. About the only thing to be cautious of is to make sure that you don't become arrogant or foolishly confident. Keep your feet on the ground. That is very important. Remember where you came from, your journey and so forth. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Be proud of yourself, but stay humble. You are going to realize that you've gone through quite a transformation. But now is the time to see the beauty in life and to be out in nature, because that is life at its most beautiful and its most simplistic. Soak up the energy of nature. Enjoy life. Go hiking. Work in your garden. Get your hands in the sand. Literally stop and smell the roses. So, Group 1, that was your reading for December 2021. And as always, we end by asking your spirit guides, your angels, and your departed loved ones to continue to guide and support you on your journey. I thank you so very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Take good care of yourself. Bye. If you chose Group 2, then this is your reading. Let's see what is coming up for you in December 2021. Let's just jump right in. Okay, so there's something you've been going through, and whatever this is, you've been getting the support of family and or friends. There's a lot of nostalgia around this and wanting to be back where you feel safe. And you found that by being around family and friends. Quite possibly friends from the past rather than new ones. By that I mean people you have known for a very long time. Quite possibly you went back to your roots, to put it that way. And these are people you have known since childhood. But you've known them for a long time at any rate. And there is some kind of celebration, an anniversary, wedding, birthday, something being celebrated. But I feel there is more behind all of this for you. And this is all what's your current situation that we're talking about in this part of the reading. We have the 9 of Swords here. So there's a very profound experience that left you in quite a bit of distress. It's been a dark cloud over you. There's a lot of thinking, overthinking probably, replaying something in your mind and, just over and over thinking about this thing and feeling overwhelmed. I see you are dealing with anxiety as a result of this, whatever this is. It's something that really turned everything upside down for you. There is something that happened here. I feel you've been going through a rough time, but it can be that someone close to you has been going through something very difficult. Or even that someone close to you has been very ill or perhaps even passed away. I'm talking here, let me remind you, I'm talking about something that has already happened though, okay? So I'm not saying somebody's going to pass away. I'm saying that somebody at this current point has perhaps already passed away or is or was very ill. Whatever this is, it's something very, very deep, very serious. The kind of thing that wakes you up in the middle of the night because your mind can't find rest. Whatever it is that you've been going through, whatever happened, whether it happened directly to you or to someone close to you, this has really changed you. You are no longer the person you once were. Even though it's not a happy experience, there is nonetheless spiritual growth from this, especially during the hard times. Allow yourself to feel the pain, because you can't rush it. Unfortunately, sometimes we just have to feel the pain. What you can't do is to allow this to become your identity. Let go of the bad and focus on what good there is. Sometimes the good is in the form of spiritual growth. It's not something that's really tangible. It's you growing as a person. Something made you sad, and yes, it is difficult, but the only thing you can take from it is the wisdom you gained. In this case, the memories. So hold on to them. In this case, perhaps even bittersweet memories. Because this is something from your past. Whoever the person or persons are connected to this, you've known them for a long time. You go back a long time. You go way back together. You have history with this person or persons. But you are moving away from this. And I'm not saying you're easily moving away from it. This is what I see here. This is sheer determination that you are going to move on and do whatever you can to heal from this. To get to a place, shall we say, to get to a place where you feel emotionally safe. Overcoming this rough chapter in your life. All I can tell you from this, it's that it's something very big, very significant point in your life. And this is also a card of spirit guides helping you. They are with you and they are helping you in this process as you move forward. It is a thing of moving forward, but with sadness in your heart still, and possibly even some regrets. A lot of big changes have been going on. I feel this is a huge thing, but the aftermath has brought along even more changes. If you get what I'm saying, it's like this big thing happens and there's a big change because of that, but then as you start to move away as a consequence of that, it's like a domino effect, other things also start to change, big changes, or it can be a lot of little changes that add up to very big change. But be alert to signs from your guides, because the signs are all around you, especially now. When things seem bleak, that is when we need to look around for those signs. And yes, it can be hard to do that when you're anxious and, all those unpleasant things. But this is your reminder to look around for signs to help guide you in the right direction. Things will be improving for you, but when I say that, I'm not downplaying what you've been through, but things will start to improve. With these changes, new opportunities will present themselves. This entire cycle in your life, it's something that's coming to a conclusion, and then a new one begins. You are learning. You are learning, and you will continue to learn from this experience. It's something that, as we talked about before, this transformation is happening. It might not seem to you now that you're growing from it, but believe me, you are growing from this. It's time for you to let go of old patterns, things you've become stuck in. As you begin this new cycle, as the current chapter in your life is coming to an end, look back at what you need to change in your life so that you can regain your passion for life, which I feel you lost here along the way. This dark cloud has been over you for a while, and even as you are moving out of that, your heart is still a bit heavy. But it's not enough to get through it. You also have to get back your will to enjoy life and to make the most of your life. There is something here, and more specifically in connection with other people around you, there's a difficult decision that you have to make over here. And you're struggling to figure out what the facts are, which is why there is quite a bit of anxiety for you around this decision. You don't want to make the wrong choice. That can paralyze you, though, worrying about making the wrong decision and not really doing anything as a result. It can even be that you are stuck between two people wanting you to take a side, but you can't, and so you're just sitting there, not really taking any action regarding this matter. This is the kind of thing where you are at a crossroads when it comes to whoever these people are in your life. It's a thing of feeling that no matter what you say or do, somebody is going to be upset with your decision. So there you are, not really doing anything, not really saying anything one way or the other. But meanwhile, you are trying to find harmony and balance in your life. But then you're trying to deal with this thing as well. It can even be that someone gave you their word on something and broke it. Or perhaps someone feels that you broke your word to them. Either you feel you didn't get the support you expected from someone very specific, or that person feels that way about you. There's very much a thing here of someone feeling let down. But you will have to come to a compromise, because it's to everyone's advantage to work together on this, to not be divided, because I do feel there's a split here. There's some kind of a division. And this division will have to be overcome. Together you need to find a solution. That's the only way. You're going to have to work with whoever this is that you're having a problem with, because you have to come up with a solution that is acceptable to everyone. Everyone involved in this has a part to play in resolving this, in working things out. And as difficult as this is, you are gaining important life experience. No one wants to learn hard lessons in life. No one. But we do become wiser as a result. Sometimes we are forced by circumstances to grow as individuals. So get as much information as you need. Get input from people that you know you can trust to help you go over everything before deciding what to do from here. And once you've done that, once you have a clearer picture of what is going on and what needs to be done, then it's to work. Sort it out. Fix it. As best you can, at least. Your advice from your spirit guides about all of this. Before you can truly move on from this, you've got to let go of whatever anger you still have. You have to let it go. You can't really move forward if you're still holding on to that. If you hold on to it, then part of you will remain stuck in the past. You got to move on from this. Move on with your life and your spiritual journey. There are a lot of regrets and sadness you have around this. Maybe things you said, or even things you wished you had said but never did, and now you're carrying it around still in your heart. There's negativity around this. I don't know what it is exactly that happened here for you, but it is something life-changing that you've been through, that you are struggling to release. But your spirit guides are saying, let go. And you know as well that you aren't moving forward in the way you should. It is one thing to physically move forward, but the emotions are still there. Whatever it is that happened in the past, it is something you are still wrestling with and trying to make sense of and make peace with. The lessons you are learning, it can even be past life related. But there are things for you to take from this situation, and then let the rest go. Make sure you have the correct information and that everything is what you think it is. And once you have the right information, you need to elevate your vibration. There's a lot of lower energies involved here. If you can release that, as we said earlier, if you can let go of this and accept the lesson and get rid of this lower energy that has been stuck to you, that's when you will feel free again and in control of your life. It's emotional baggage that you're carrying around, and you can't fly if you are still carrying that around. Looking at how things might turn out if you don't take this advice from your guides, which is good sound advice, by the way. If you don't take it, you'll be sabotaging your life, your happiness. Things could get uglier for you. Sometimes we have to know when to just walk away instead of getting further dragged into something and eventually dragged down by it. And things can get quite hostile. Open hostilities can even develop. And this, all it will accomplish is this will rob you of your energy and your enthusiasm for life if you don't make these changes. You can do it. It is within your power. It can be a clash of egos if it isn't already. This is the kind of thing where you get so drawn into something that it becomes more about wanting to be right or wanting to prove your point. And you could very well be in the right, but you aren't going to win this battle. I don't see any winners. you will only end up feeling defeated and like everything is against you. Walk away from this. If this doesn't serve you, and I can see it doesn't, walk away from it. Don't let it drag you down. It's going to take hard work for you to get to this point where you have this under control. You will really have to put a lot into this. Take the positive from it, work on what you still need to. As you know more, you will understand more. The outcome won't be to your benefit if you don't turn your back on this and leave this in the past where it belongs. You already know this in your heart. Maybe the best thing for you to do will be to eventually physically remove yourself from this environment. If that's the only solution, if that's what it takes, maybe take a break and travel. In other words, temporarily remove yourself from this environment if you can't permanently move away. Give yourself the space you need. Take some time away to help you come to terms with what it is that has happened. In this readings, there are indications of you moving forward physically. I see quite a number of indications of that. But when it comes to emotionally, spiritually moving forward, you are still blocked. You are still stuck. And I can only tell you once again to release it. Let it go. That really will be the best thing for you. That really is in your best interest. So Group 2, that is your reading for December 2021. And as always, we end by asking your spirit guides, your angels, and your departed loved ones to continue to guide and support you in your journey. I thank you so very much for joining me for this reading, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Please take good care of yourself. Let it go. Release that. Release the negativity, the bad experience. Just let it go. And I'll see you again soon. Bye. If you chose Group 3, then this is your reading for December 2021. Let's see what's going on here for you. Okay, so there's been a lot of doubts that you've had, things you've been unsure about, and it took a lot from you to get those under control. Those doubts. I see you as someone who's very caring. You have a lot of empathy, a lot of compassion. But sometimes, and especially in the past, your emotions can get the better of you because you feel so strongly. But what I'm seeing is that you're starting to be less ruled by your emotions. And it's not that you're becoming cold, but it's rather that you're finding a balance between your head and your heart. And I feel that in the past, people might have taken advantage of your kind nature, of your willingness to listen and to help and to support and to be that shoulder to cry on and all of those things. Just being that calm in their lives when there's a storm. But you've neglected yourself because of that. You are very loyal, but there have been times when you listened so much to other people and you were so much there for them that you didn't take care of yourself, of your emotions, as you should have. And you're starting to get this under control now, and there's more of a balance. And as I said, it's not that you're cold or not helping people anymore, or that you've lost your empathy or willingness to listen to people when they need somebody to talk to. It's simply that you've recognized that it's not good for you to give so much to others all the time. You're starting to understand the importance of boundaries. But you've been like this your whole life, probably. But once you've shown the light on that, on what the real problem was, which is caring so much for others, a thing that made you feel out of control of and not really in control of your own emotions, feeling that you weren't taking care of yourself and your needs. So you've shown the light on this problem. And you've come to recognize who the people are who have only ever used you. And it's something you no longer allow. I see people coming to you in the past with their problems, and then once their problems have been sorted out, then they're kind of nowhere to be found, or they're not available, they don't have time for you, that kind of thing. And then the next time they have a problem, then they're there again. Then they have time for you and make you feel that you're kind of like lucky to have them around. But you know now who the people are who have only been using you. And you're moving away from that, and you're feeling free, lighter, and more optimistic. You're getting back your vitality, getting back your taste for life. And it's because there's this balance now. There are boundaries being drawn up that weren't there before. You're setting that up and you're saying, no, this is not something I'm comfortable with anymore. So you've made a lot of changes. Part of this is about finding the balance between your feminine and masculine energy, creating harmony between those. And no one is just feminine energy or just masculine energy. We all have a bit of both in us. I feel you are learning when to say no to people, and not just say no to them, but also to say no and not feel bad about saying no. Because it's one thing to say no to people, but a lot of times it takes time to actually feel okay with saying no. Because you'll say no and then you feel bad and you feel guilty, and these people probably make you feel even worse as well. But you're moving away from that. A lot of what also led to this is some hardship you went through. Something that happened to you, some struggle. Possibly to do with finances. What you discovered when you went through this was that you felt pretty much alone. Whatever help you thought you would receive, it just wasn't the kind of support you expected from certain people. That is not to say that everyone was like that you lacked support from everyone in your circle. But certainly there were enough people not supporting you for you to end up looking at the world very differently. When the chips were down, it was pretty much only you. You didn't have that support you expected, as I was saying. It was their turn, these other people's turn to be there for you, and most of them, perhaps even all of them, but definitely most of them weren't there. Or once again, they were too busy to be there, too busy. And once again, I feel a lot of this has to do with money. More money going out than what was coming in. Struggling to make ends meet. Some financial shortages that you've been going through, that you've experienced. You felt hopeless and that there's not much that you can do about the situation. So you've been feeling stuck. And what I'm also seeing here, part of your struggle, is to not let negativity take over. And look, obviously when we go through difficult times, it takes effort to stay positive. But there has been negativity that you've had to overcome. I think you are still struggling with that even now, and the dark thoughts still come even though you try to be optimistic. But then the negative thoughts, they still come back. Going back to what I said in the beginning, you have been getting some of these emotions under control. But it's of course an ongoing process. What might have happened with you here also is that you were deceived in some way. Or maybe you took unnecessary risks and it didn't work out for you. Not only didn't it work out, but it was actually quite a blow to you. And you might have been deliberately deceived. And that could be the thing that finally opened your eyes and made you see that your kindness was being abused, and was being abused repeatedly in the past. You could see this is something that kept on happening and kept on happening. And you know what? You've always known that in your heart. But I feel this is where, when this thing happened, you finally faced that. Was you weren't in denial anymore or making excuses for people anymore. But I feel you've been paying the price for all of this. You really have, for being kind and trusting. It can also be that as you go through this, you might run into someone who wants you to take a gamble on something. Perhaps someone who knows that you're trying to improve your finances and then uses that to try and take advantage of you. This is something you have to be cautious of and on the lookout for anyone who crosses your path and tries to get you involved in something like that. Watch out for a smooth talker, somebody that makes promises that just seems too good to be true. Also, when you are taking a lot of strain, you might want to drink more than usual or want to gamble. Something along those lines that's not good for you. Stress has a way of making people turn to things that they think can help them escape their problems. So therefore, any vices that you have will have to be kept under control. Because in doing things to temporarily escape your problems, look, you might feel good in the moment, but the consequences will remain with you for quite a while. Instead of dealing with your problems, you might incur new problems that will then need to be taken care of. And once you've sorted those out, your old problems will still be waiting for you. So you can't get away from it. You might escape it for a while, but you can't get away from it. The only thing you can do is deal with it. What you need to do as you go forward is to plan everything very carefully. Whatever it is that you are going to be doing, you need to do all your research. Ask all the questions. Ask until you are satisfied that you have all the answers. You feel stuck, but if you plan everything carefully, then your next steps will work out. There's something that you're definitely developing over here. I think you've been working on this for quite a while, and you will soon start to see some results, slowly but surely. Finally, some of those goals will be reached. Even if they are very small goals, it doesn't matter. They are going to be reached. An improvement in your situation is coming. I can see you really need that too. It will make a big difference to you and to your entire attitude towards life. It ties in with what we've seen previously. You've been waiting for this for quite a while. It's the light at the end of the tunnel that you've been waiting for. And as this improves, your mood will start to lift as well. These negative emotions that you're battling against, it's perfectly understandable. A person can't simply snap out of these things, but I do see you moving away from this. You will also begin to spend more time with the people that you care most about in life and who care about you. These are the people that are true friends to you, the ones that are there for you. And you're going to have more time for them. And the reason why you're going to have more time for them is because you're not going to be wasting time anymore on those fake friends and people who only know you when they need you. And then they disappear until the next time they need you. So this is going to give you more time for those real relationships in your life. The more you are around them, the more content you will become. You'll be happier with your home life. A sense of security is coming back to your life as you start to see improvements in your situation. It can be quite a lot of things happening, but I sense it's going to be things slowly trickling in. It's going to be huge, though, over time, because the load will start to lift. The dark cloud will move away. That's why those seemingly little things are actually big things. You will be satisfied with the decisions you are going to be making because they will lead you in a forward direction. You'll feel that things are moving along, that you're moving along. Whereas things were stagnant for a while in the past, you will start to move forward again, finally. And very important is you will start to believe in yourself again. Whatever it is that you've been doing, I see you further expanding on that, asking yourself, how can I make this grow even more for me? And once again, I see more money coming in. And you asking yourself, okay, what can I do with this money to further build on this? And to create even more opportunities for myself. How can I further improve my finances? The more money you have coming in, the more you will be trying to find ways to make that money work for you, to make it grow. As you go through this and you see things becoming better for you, don't neglect your health. Make sure that you take time out and that you stop and meditate and take care of yourself. You've been through quite a bit and you still have a long way to go, but to reach your goals, you will need to have the energy, physical, mental, emotional. You'll need that energy to make these things happen. So take care of yourself. It will give you the willpower to see your plans through. Let's look at what your spirit guides are saying about this, what messages are coming through from them. And your spirit guides know that you're tired. They know that you're exhausted, that this has taken a lot out of you. But what they are telling you is that you've almost made it through. You're almost there. They are telling you to keep going. Don't give up. You do have a lot of determination, more than you realize. So keep going. Keep pushing forward. You will come out of this. You will come through this. You will achieve these things. You have what it takes to see this through. There are big things, big opportunities coming your way. There's positive change coming from this. What you want, you will make it happen. You are making it happen. Keep going at it though. You might have to take some chances and be willing to learn from someone else. If you do meet someone who is already where you want to be in life, then learn from that person. All of this will help you move forward. Play your cards close to your chest though. Just keep your head down and keep working at manifesting this for yourself. And once again, any financial problems you have will start to sort itself out. And celebration is coming your way. Your spirit guides know that you are tired, as I said, but they know that you can do this. They are telling you that you have what it takes and you are going in the right direction. Keep doing that because there are new opportunities coming. The security that you're looking for, it's heading your way. It's going to be good for your loved ones as well. They will celebrate with you. And you'll have more time to relax with them. And this isn't just because of those users that will be pushed out of your life, but also because as you start to reach your goals and as you concentrate on what it is that you want, you'll become more organized and your life will just start to improve, and your relationships, your true relationships will grow. Your spirit guides are encouraging you to really allow yourself to feel all your emotions. Emotions such as anger and resentment and feeling used. Your guides want you to feel these emotions. Don't deny them. You have to allow yourself to express your feelings and to realize that it's okay for you to feel this way. You have a reason to feel this way. It's only in doing that you can overcome this and move forward. If you don't acknowledge these feelings, even if only to yourself, if you don't acknowledge these feelings, then you will keep repeating certain patterns. Write a letter to whoever hurt you. Put those feelings on paper. Burn it afterwards. Tear it up. Throw it away. They don't have to ever read it. It's about you putting words to your feelings and then letting them go. As the final outcome, we see that things will start to pick up very fast. You will have to keep up and make very quick decisions. There's definitely a lot of forward movement. There's a lot of action required from you. A lot of information will be coming in very fast. Everything will be fast-paced, coming at you very quickly. It's something that you've been working on that will start to pay off. But it's going to happen sooner than you expected. And that's why you won't be quite ready for it. Which is why you'll have to think on your feet. You're going to have to make a decision about something, about what direction exactly you want to head into. You have some choices that you'll need to make here, but it's going to be stressful because everything will be moving so fast and you don't want to make the wrong decisions. This is so important to you, but you will have to be careful that indecision and constant doubts don't take over. Those could become your biggest enemies. You have to be informed, because the more informed you are, the easier the decision will be to make. It's quite understandable that you don't want to make the wrong decision, but you are going to have to do it sooner rather than later. I feel there's a piece of information that you're waiting for to help you make this decision. But it will take a bit longer for you to get this information. So everything will be happening very fast. You will have to decide, but this news will be delayed and that will hold the process up a bit. But I do feel that once you do receive this news, this information, it's going to help you a lot as far as your next steps are concerned. You might have a lot of ideas at this point. Bounce them off someone that you know can give you good advice. Someone who knows what he or she is talking about. Clear your space of all negative energy. Get rid of it. It really affects you and makes you tired. Make way for positive energy. Bring it in. You will feel much better as you embark on this new chapter. I feel there is something big coming your way, and you deserve it. You've been through a lot. There's been a lot that you've had to overcome. But as I said during this reading, you have got to take care of yourself. There is still a lot of work to do. So when this new opportunity comes your way, you need to be ready for it. Find time to take care of yourself. It will give you the endurance to keep going. And I feel part of this thing of getting rid of this negative energy, it's you've already done a lot of that work by getting rid of these users in your life. So that's already quite a big step in the right direction that you've taken there. But there are still some other things you need to do in terms of your goals and so forth. But you've come a long way already. So group 3, that is your reading for December 2021, the last monthly reading of the year. 2021 is very quickly drawing to a close, and well, 2022 is around the corner. As always, we end this reading by asking your spirit guides, your angels, and departed loved ones to continue to guide and support you on your journey. I thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Bye. Hello, Group 4. This is your reading for December 2021. Let's get right to it. So there's something new in your life. You're embarking on a new path, going in a new direction. And the wonderful thing is that you feel positive about this. I'm kind of picking up that this could be for some of you a very big change. I feel for a lot of you it's about freedom, having an adventure, traveling even. But for a lot of you, I sense that this is a case of the freedom part of it. You are actually leaving something behind. By that I mean that it's not simply starting something new, but also leaving something behind. Something has ended, and this new thing is beginning. Rather than a case of you've got your life and this is just something new being added to it, it feels like something ended before this happened. Even though you are embarking on this new journey in life, it's as though you are also busy healing from something. It's a recent event and possibly something that got you going in this new direction. There's a lot of thought that went into this. Whatever this new path is, it's not something that simply happened overnight. You gave it a lot of thought. You asked yourself a lot of hard questions first, and you are still asking yourself hard questions. I feel this is you being alone quite a bit. I don't mean loneliness as much as chosen solitude for now. And it's because you're busy figuring yourself out, getting to really know yourself and what makes you happy. So I do see this as a healing situation going on. There's something you went through prior to this soul-searching period in your life. And I also feel that initially you felt lonely. But then as time went by, you chose to be alone. That's where I see you currently, choosing to be alone a lot of the time because there are certain wounds that you realize first need to be healed. But you are ready now to move into this new direction. Whatever this was, you went and asked yourself those questions I just talked about. It's a spiritual journey going on here, but I can see that what's currently going on is that you're able to think more with your head. Just approaching it all in a very rational way. But I feel the reason you're able to do that is due to all this soul searching you did. And now it's a case of, okay, let's take the next steps and separate the past from this journey. You're keeping a cool head is what this is. People don't see you as emotional because you are keeping that from them. You're seen as someone who is under control of his or her emotions and life. Also as somebody who is very fair. It's quite a lot of things. It's interesting to see the Fool and the Hermit together like this. Fool is youthful naivety, which can be a good thing because it can give you the guts to go out and try something new. But then it's tempered by the inner wisdom of the hermit. So I rather like these two together. Make sure, though, that you have all the right information and that you understand everything involved as you start this new thing. Just go over it one more time so that you can be sure that everything is what you believe it to be. Ask questions. Ask for things to be clarified if you are still unclear about any of it. Also, very importantly, trust your intuition because there is a higher power guiding you. Be open to that as you start this new chapter in your life. As far as your feelings are concerned, you've got to keep up your spiritual journey. Once you start this new chapter in life, you might not give this the attention it needs anymore. But this is an ongoing thing. You have to check in with yourself every day. Take stock of where you are on your spiritual journey. Stop at the end of every day and get in touch with your inner self so that you don't lose sight of this again in the future. I feel that doing that, staying in touch with that side of yourself, is what got you moving forward in the first place. That is why you need to keep it up, because it serves you so well. There are people who have noticed how far you've come and they're excited for you and they wish you the very best. They are looking up to you, actually. Possibly they will even seek advice from you. And this is very good for you. It gives you confidence. It's a boost to your confidence. But once again, this is a reminder not to neglect your spiritual side. Because you might be basking so much in the praise of others that you forget once again to stay in touch with that side of yourself which gave you the strength to begin with. You know that you're on the right path. Your feelings on this, what your gut is telling you, is correct. Keep following that. You might even have been following a path that actively places you in a position where you can use nature to help heal you. It can be about being in nature a lot or using natural remedies, but it's very earthy, very nature orientated. And it's good to see that you have more faith in yourself than you've had in a long time. You have an earthy energy right now, and that is part of what attracts people to you at this time. Especially when it comes to people who also want to start a new chapter in their own lives. They see you as somebody who's getting all of this together and somebody who's becoming content with his or her life. What we're seeing here, once again, is that you have to keep developing your spiritual side because you've actually only just begun to scratch the surface. There's still a lot within the hidden realms for you to draw upon and expand your awareness. Look for signs and symbols to help you on your way. Keep practicing conscious awareness to help you connect with your spirit guides and your angels. You probably feel that you've already healed a great deal, but there is still more healing that needs to take place, and all of this will in due course transform your life. It really is an ongoing process. Okay, when it comes to the action you're taking, what you're doing, I see you being blocked. What we've got here is lack of motivation. A feeling of not having that energy and assertiveness to further move forward in this direction. Taking the next step, you'll be feeling a little stuck, perhaps a bit lazy. Something might happen that will be a bit of a letdown for you. Things might not be moving forward as fast as you hoped it would. That spark you have for this might start to fade a bit because of it. Your passion for it won't be where it was at the beginning. But change is happening and you've got to keep moving forward. Now, a setback here and there is to be expected. That's life. But you've got to keep moving forward, though. Stay motivated and take advantage of opportunities that will be coming your way. There is an opportunity coming your way. Maybe things aren't going the way you thought they would, and yes, you will be disappointed, but something good is coming your way. Sometimes we have something very specific in mind, but then something slightly different comes along, and that's what we actually need. So go with it. Don't be stuck on things turning out exactly the way you envisioned it. Go with the flow, adapt. Remain open to signs from the universe. That's very important. Also, as I said earlier, there will be people looking up to you and admiring you. I do feel you are walking away from something, as I said. Others look up to you because of that. But you also need someone to look up to as you take your next steps. I think that's going to be the thing that unblocks you. Look around for a role model, an inspiration, a mentor. Someone who has already accomplished what you are only just starting to create for yourself. And if you can't find someone in actual life, then why not look right here on YouTube for someone who is on a similar journey as yours? Someone you can learn from and be motivated by. There are lots and lots of people on here sharing their experiences and opening up about the steps they've taken to create a better life for themselves. So why not take advantage of it? Why not learn from that? It's very useful to hear what other people have been through and how they got to where they are now. You know, you've got to find that motivation, that somebody that can help lead you in the right direction wherever you can find it. And we're very fortunate to live in these times where you can sit on your phone and you can listen to somebody across the world giving you encouragement and advice. And also you will have to recommit yourself to your new path in life. Put in the hard work. Don't give up. You've come a long way, so keep going. This will pay off for you. Be patient and keep at it. Don't allow whatever it is that won't go your way. Don't let that hold you back. Look around for other options. There are always other options. Once again, keep looking for signs from the universe. I see very strong messages of signs being sent your way. A lot of this reading is about spirituality as you embark on this new journey. And this card is also telling you to find a mentor. That keeps coming up though. Look for signs and find somebody that you can learn from. What your spirit guides are advising you to do, they're encouraging you to let go of the past. Don't put too much energy and focus on the past. It seems the message here is that you are thinking too much about the past and your energy is flowing that way. I think that could be connected to whatever is going on here. I felt you dealt with most of this, but there is still too much thought going in that direction to the past. You have to let go of that because you can't fully transform your life until you do. It can even be that you're waiting for something to change or for someone to come around, perhaps someone that caused you pain, perhaps even as far back as your childhood. That could be why you are still stuck. But Spirit is telling you to let that go so that you can fully be free to continue on this new journey that you're so excited about and that you're looking forward to. Keep it simple. Focus on yourself. This is the kind of thing that changes a person on a very deep, profound level. It's going to be something that will be good for you for the rest of your life. If you can do this, let go of the past. This isn't something that's going to improve your life for a little while. It's going to improve the rest of your life. The rest of your journey in life is going to be better if you can do this. And when you've done this, once you let go and put your attention back on yourself, that is when you will truly be able to go after your passions. Because maybe part of what is going on here, with you feeling you don't have the energy and motivation you had at the start, I feel it is connected to your past in some way. And that is why your spirit guides are bringing this up again. It's that important. Be in the present. Even if you have physically removed yourself from certain people and environments, as long as your emotions and thoughts are still holding on to those things, you won't be able to shine as you're meant to. And that is why you will start to feel unmotivated and you will feel your energy slipping away. This message is the one that is coming through the strongest for you in this reading, which means that this is the number one thing you need to work on. This is what still stands in your way. The thing from the past is dimming your light. Thankfully, you will get your energy back. Your enthusiasm and your excitement will return. You are heading towards a stage where you will have very deep insights into yourself, and this will bring an end to this inner conflict that's been going on with you. It will come to an end and you will feel at peace with yourself. Whatever clashes there have been in the past, whatever opposition you had from others, whatever you've been struggling against will come to an end. You are coming to a place where there is more of a balance in your life. Things will align very nicely for you. The penny is really going to drop for you. You will realize just how much your thoughts and emotions can either move you forward or hold you back. So I do see you taking control of those and making sure negative thoughts and emotions no longer have a place in your life. I'm not saying you will suddenly, as if by magic, forget the past, but the past will no longer have power over you. Because of that, it will become easier for you to handle the ups and downs in life. I feel that when things don't go as planned, you have a tendency to start thinking about disappointments that happened in the past. You already know this about yourself. And you've already begun working on that. And you know what? You will overcome this. You will free yourself from whatever that thing is from the past that keeps popping up and holding you back. You will overcome this. And you'll keep moving forward on this wonderful new journey, this new adventure. And you'll do it with the wisdom of the hermit that we've seen over there. And don't allow yourself to be distracted again by the past and people from the past. This is your biggest challenge right here. Let go and you will be free and you will thrive. You'll be able to really enjoy your new path in life. That's about the only thing, the real thing that I see standing between you and happiness. It's whatever this thing is that you've been dealing with. Once that is pushed to the side, once you've dealt with it and you've said no more, this is not going to rob me of my peace anymore. It's not going to keep me from my happiness anymore. When you do that, everything is going to start changing. So Group 4, that is your reading for December 2021, the last monthly reading of this year. It's almost 2022. Well, as always, we end by asking your spirit guides. Your spirit guides, they're there for you. We're asking your spirit guides, your angels, and your departed loved ones to continue to guide and support you on your journey. I thank you so very much for watching and listening, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Take good care of yourself. Bye.